Hello again, all my viewers and people. This is Dom reviewing Better Than Wolves mod, which is actually one of my favourite mods out there, other than Ray's minimap, which you can see in the corner, obviously, and Too Many Items. Incredibly useful mods. This is my favourite game-changing mod. Adds a load of cool stuff to the game. I'm going to start off today by just showing you something I promised you last time, which is how to make a bellows. And I'm not going to make a bellows, but I'm going to make the component parts. Why is there so much lag when I start recording? There it is. So basically, if I were to pop in to my local millstone, hello millstone, okay, and smack a load of leather in there, and wait for ages. I could have done this in the windmill because there's actually a hopper there. Oh, the hemp fibers. There we go. So many hemp fibers. Forgot I did that last episode. And I wait, 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 and I wait. Because it takes an annoyingly long time. Oh, there it is. Okay, see the leather sort of gone yellow and looks like a roast chicken, sort of. That's scoured leather, basically. And what that's done is got rid of all the fur off of it, so it's basically just skin. And if I go to my cooking area... Now those wolves are still really angry with me. And I put this in... let's get rid of all this foul food, and I just smack that in there. Da 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 ba 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 da. This could take any longer. Sorry. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. It used to be raining like mad. Now it's sort of sunny outside. Anyway, yeah. Then you get tanned leather. I'll show you what you do with that later. But that's basically a component part of the bellows. You saw the brown bit you see on the outside. Just thought I'd show you that because it comes in handy later. Next thing on my list. Oh yeah, we need to stay in here. You see that's called the rendering furnace? Remember how I had to stoke the fire on the last one with the bellows there? Don't know why there's a pressure pad there. If I grab, say, bones, and if I grab, I don't know what else will do it. I'll just use bones for now because they're works quite well. Like cooking all the stuff I put in the last episode. Yeah, let's put bones in there. Okay. So if I put bones in there, I know what else will work. Let's grab some logs. Let's put the logs in there. So I cook. So what I'm doing now is superheating these things, so it will render the... I think it's actually, the actual term for it is rendering. It will render the products I've put in there into much more useful, amazingly awesome projects of doom and gracefulness and longevity. Yeah, look, there we go. So, logs turns into potash, bone, like loads of bones, 8 bones to glue, is the one glue. There are other things that do it as well, that you can get soap and stuff. I think it's if you boil like animal fat or something. And tallow, and they're all used to make something I shall show you later in the episode. So basically that's rendering. It's really useful because you get glue. Glue is a byproduct. Oh, darkness. I don't like darkness. Sunshine. There we go. Yeah, glue can be used instead of slime balls actually. So it sort of replaces them and makes it easier to get as long as you have enough to make a pot and get the furnaces going and the bellows and yeah. Pretty good. Okay, what this is here is really basic because I actually forgot about it when I was making all the stuff, so I just put a really basic setup. That's literally just a water wheel, a gearbox, and a couple of axles, and that right at the end is a saw. So if I grab wood and a block of wood like that, if I put wood there, it turns it into these things here, which are like sides, panels, like sidings, and if I put the siding, they go down again into corners, and the corners will then turn into gears, like that, which are used, of course, for gearboxes. But if I were to put that there, really quick way of turning them into planks, plus you get this thing called sawdust, which is essentially another rendering product, at least I count it as one, and it's used in dynamite. Oh, I gave away what I was going to show you later. Yes, it's used in explosives. Okay, so as I've pretty much given away that this is a secret thing, I'm going to show you the explosives that this mod adds. Okay, so obviously, what I have in my hotbar is TNT here. As you know, TNT, if you now right click on it with a flint and steel, that will explode because it's TNT, and leave I can't remember the rough size of it, but it's a crater roughly twice that, obviously, because it's in a square. But what I have here, first thing, is dynamite. So that's made with paper, glue, carbon fibre, and carbon powder, or is it hellfire? Something like that, and sawdust. And if you have a flint and steel inventory and you right click it, it fuses it and throws it, and it explodes. But it's actually, for all the big puff of smoke that it makes, it's quite a weak explosion. I just need to realise I just need to spam more of both of the things. Oh, dynamite. That awkward moment when the guy's supposed to be there. He is. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, I can throw more dynamite down there and it just fuse everything. Because I have a flint and steel in my inventory, which is of course the lighter. But you'll notice, go away, rain. I don't understand. If I throw this against stone, it doesn't actually blow up stone. It's basically a griefing tool. It only really blows up. See, it adds a little stone brick wall over there. Bit of a cow down there. Let's throw it at the cow. Want to see that one? Oh, I missed the. Oh shit. Okay. Must kill this cow and that sheep. Whee! Yay! I'm just gonna land one right on this sheep. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm just having fun blowing stuff up. Die, sheep. Yeah! Possibly the funniest animation I've ever seen. It just flies off to the left. Okay. No, that one was less funny. Yeah, but this is just a prototype for the windmill I was making. I'll just show you. It blows up wood, I think. So if I spam a load of dynamite down there. Doesn't it? Yeah, it does blow up dynamite. It does blow up wood, yeah. But it also drops all the blocks on like TNT, which is really useful, and then I'm completely lost. So yeah, that's dynamite. Second thing, however, is very cool. This is called a mining charge. And what they are is basically like a bundle of dynamite, and you make it with dynamite and paper and glue. And if I like prime it by touching the flint steel, and I run back a bit so the lag doesn't kill my computer. See what it does? It sort of breaks backwards into the rock. So if I put another one there, it doesn't have like this. It does a very regular blast pattern, so you can sort of just go your way through the rocks if I just do that. And just run away. See, it makes a very square sort of shape. That's the other use for it. So if you, of course, that works on all angles. So if I were to want to dig down like that, see, I can just do that and then tunnel my way down. And then that will also allow you to put pulley down, because that makes quite a good shaped hole for a pulley. So basically those are very quickly the two explosives that this mod adds. So what this is, this nice stone room, is the forge. So what these are fired clay things. You can make them by just cooking clay. I think it's the first thing that it turns into when you put it on the turntable. Ooh. What these do, essentially, is heat up metal to an incredibly high heat, and you can forge it into new items. So to make this new metal, you need these three things. You need carbon powder, I've showed you how to make, iron, easy to make, and a soul urn. Okay, so a soul urn is the difficult thing to make. So if I run outside and I go to the clay place over here, clay place, yeah. Open that up. Block of clay. Smack it on there and wait for ages. I think it's the last thing it will actually make for me. That's a crucible. See, you can just heat that up to make a crucible in a kiln the way I showed you. Vase, no, not planter even. Clink, vase, there we go. Oh, I've got to turn myself off creative before this thing appears. There it is. Urn. Yes, urn. Okay, that's an urn, unfired. Just pop over to the... God, I'm not creative. I really got to stop doing that. Fly to the kiln. Heat this up over time. Come on! Yeah, the soul urn's actually quite difficult to get. Oh, and I just placed another urn. It's quite difficult to get because of this whole long process. You need to, mold the clay and fire the clay and whatever. And then one thing after this. There it is. Urn. Okay, so that's like a little nice urn, which you would put in ashes for a person, which is not nice. Okay, so this is back to the hopper room. That's the one we put there. So I'm going to get rid of all that. And instead I'm going to get a piece of soul sand. If I can find it. There it is. I'm going to put a piece of soul sand in there. And there's already a piece of soul sand in there. So if I now take this piece of netherrack to a grinding... Get out of my way, sheep. Sheep, stop putting your derpy little face through here. There's an urn on the floor now. Look what you did. You sicken me. Yes, anyway, back to the mill. This pot. Yes, we know you can explode and stuff. You hear all that noise? I don't know if you can. I forget if I left the audio on. Basically, it screams at you. Because it's grinding netherrack into something which I will now use. Ground netherrack. Yes, that's literally, you grind netherrack and you get ground netherrack. How more simple could that be? Oh, someone's calling me. It's okay, my dad got it. Anyway, with this ground netherrack that I just made before I was rudely interrupted, and if you throw ground netherrack into a hopper, like that, with a soul sand filter, you get this thing called hellfire dust, and that can be made into concentrated hellfire, which is what you use on the top of the hibachi grill. You'll see on the crafting thing, which I'll put up with this. You put it below it. Sorry, in the hopper. You put it below it, and then it won't just spam. There we are. See, that's undergone a little change. And it's also gone into my inventory. There it is. One soul urn. So to recap, because I really cocked that one up, you put an urn under a powered hopper with a soul sand filter in it, and I forgot I'm also not creative, with a soul sand filter in it, and it gives you one soul urn. I think it's about 8, you need to put 8 ground netherrack to get one soul urn. Yeah. And with the soul urn, and it's raining again, and I don't like it. Turn that off, okay. With the soul urn, the carbon powder, and the iron you've hopefully mined and crushed and whatever, you put it in a crucible. And with the crucible, you just stoke the fire. Stoke. Stoke. Almost done. Stoke. Stoke. Come on, be stoked. Yeah! You get one piece of soul forged steel, which is absolutely amazing. It's like a new material. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So yes, with this soul forged steel, excuse me for that little bit outburst, I'll just grab a load of blocks of it. And I'll just break them up on a crafting table. It's gonna give me... Oh, it won't let me. Wonderful. Let's have to grab a load of soul forged steel then. Thanks for that. Mod makers, you should really try and fix that at some point. Where is it? Soulforged steel, there it is. Soulforged steel, yeah. Okay, so with the Soulforged steel, you can make that thing, which is an anvil, basically an extended crafting table. And you do basically... Oh, the first time I'm showing you a crafting recipe, that's basically how you make an anvil. Yeah, you made an anvil, then you feel special. Yes, and what that is a massively extended crafting... Well, not massively, it's just a 4x4 crafting table. So with that, and with this new material, you can obviously make stronger tools. But to make stronger tools, you have to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah, you need to get straps made of the hardened leather, and glue. And a stick, I think. Is it sticks? Yeah. And I think you do that, or... I forget how you do it. Yeah, basically you combine those 3 items together and you get a haft. Cutting corners like a boss. And a haft is basically like a really strengthened stick. So with the haft, you put 3 down instead of 2, because obviously the crafting table's extended. And if I use this one piece, I get a refined shovel, which is made of soulforged steel. It's twice as strong. I can do the same with an axe. Yeah. I can also do pickaxe. all these new awesome tools. I can do sword. Yeah, I can do sword. There we go, refined sword, and I can do, finally, a hoe. Which is a really sick looking hoe. Okay. And that is all those tools. Plus, the amazing modders, being as amazing as they are, have added 2 new tools. So you put 3 down like that, and then you do the pickaxe, and then you put 1 more there. And you get a mattock. Ah, lag. I'm going to get rid of this hellfire dust. Move everything along. Yeah, whatever. And you get a mattock. I'll show you what that does in a minute. And if you put that there, and you put 1 there, 1 there, 1, 3 there, you get a battle axe. Okay, so they've added 2 new tools. And if I go out... Oh, why does the night always come when the day ends? Curse you, day-night cycle. And this is basically, if I turn myself off creative, works as a really good shovel, pretty much 1 click, and a really good pickaxe as well. See, isn't that cool? It is actually, I think it's pretty much the same mining rate of stone as diamond has, and it's much cheaper. Well, yeah, it is actually. I don't know, is it cheaper than? Yeah, you still have to get the diamonds to go to the nether, so I don't know. But yeah, it's supposed to be cheaper and maybe a bit, I don't know, maybe a bit more durable than diamond. Why am I back here? I'm supposed to show what the battle axe does. This obviously is an axe primarily, it has that in its name. Whee! So excuse these trees, sorry, this paint leaf pack I'm using, I didn't update for the new one, so jungle trees don't actually have anything. Obviously works as a beastly axe, and if I go over to this sheep, and I saw... Yes, it's also a sword, so it basically combines the power of a sword and an axe to make a battle axe, which is all very cool. So those are the new tools, excuse me while I just delete them completely from my inventory. Those are the new tools, but now, what I hear you crying is new armour. So first thing, new armour, I'm going to need the hardened leather I showed you earlier, there it is, tanned leather, and I open this, and I think I just do that. I never actually made this before. No. Did I do it on a regular crafting table? I think I might be able to do it on a regular crafting table. Whee. Okay, no. Feathers and padding. Do I do it like... It looks so small compared to the old one. Do I do it like that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that gives you a leather vest. This is where the model starts to get a bit weird. That's biker boots. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit weird. Leather chaps. And finally, a gimp mask. Yes, these modders obviously had fun making these. And we're telling, yeah, I'm off creative anyway. I can just put all this kit on. There we go. And I look like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Pulp Fiction. Yeah, basically. If I just F5 myself. I'm a gimp. Isn't that wonderful? You bet you never see me in a gimp costume. But as well as that, it's also the chaps don't have backs to them, so they're sort of arseless leather chaps. Oh, sticky keys. Yeah. So just look at my amazing ass there. Anyway, moving swiftly forward and getting this really disturbing piece of mod on with those 4 pieces. If you go into the anvil, shut up, noise, and you add those 3 things together, you get a breeding harness. Okay, this is weird. All right. Okay, this bit I do not find is very PG-13. Ow, I forgot I was not on creative. Come here, sheep. I want to put this breeding harness on you. Sounds so weird. But basically, you know, if you usually hit a sheep, it'll just run around like a mad thing. If you smack a breeding harness on it, it basically turns it into a gimp, and it can't move. I don't know why I find that so funny, but the fact that it gets shaven as well, shorn even, yeah, so that can't actually move. I can't remove the costume, it's just going to stay there forever. Until it dies, in which case it just gives you the breeding harness back. So that is a weird thing those modders have added. I think there actually has a point in that, which is the fact that, you know, when you want to farm animals and you need to feed them, that's the kiln, and you need to feed them. Then they also run around everywhere. I think that's to stop them doing that when you want them to breed, but it doesn't stop it being weird. Okay, so that's that part of the armor. But now what you want is with the surplus of Soulful Steel I made earlier. By made I mean TMI did. Let's throw that on the floor. I threw it on the ground. There it is. Yeah, I get fabric and I get a feather, and I combine them all in a crafting table. Combine both in a crafting table. And I think, yeah, fabric is obviously made of 9 hemp fibers. There we go. It's padding. I get padding, and I forget what it is. I think it's in here. If I get a leather strap. I'm sorry about the lag it's causing me. All these mods give me damn lag. And I need. I think it's 2 straps. Yeah, it's 2 straps, or it's 2 padding a strap. I can't remember. And I needed 1 piece of sulfur steel, which I have. I think it is. I'm not sure, but I think the crafting is that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you get 1 armor plate. I'm going to spawn a load more of these in now because they are very important for what we're about to do. So, if I put an armor plate there, an armor plate there, and fill all the rest of it in like a massive chest plate, I get a plate, a breastplate. And now if I do, I think, can't remember the crafting for. Is it that? I can't remember the crafting for legs. Let me just look it up 1 second. Okay, yeah, legs are like that. Yeah, that's plate leggings. Head has a helm. Helm. Is that? Yes, plate helm. And boots are. No, that's a haft. Wow. Oh, I'm just amazing today. Like that. Yeah! Plate boots. Okay, so if I smack all this on, I should look significantly more awesome than I did when I had that gimp gear on. Breastplate. Plate helm. Oh, look at the red eyes. I look like a boss. Okay, let me get my battle axe as well. Battle axe, please. Dum 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 dum. Wee wee wee. Oh man, I look amazing. Isn't that armor? And if you look this time, it has a back to it. Look. Oh man, I'm sorry, I can't get over how awesome I look. Isn't that just absolutely beastly? And now I'm in a hole. How am I going to get out of this? Okay, like that. I'm going to wear that for the rest of my life. I can't though, because I have to delete the mod soon to put a new one on I want to show you guys. Okay, so that's the armor. And what that is, all of that point is, this is incredibly strong armor. Like, as you see, it's got the same sort of armor rating as diamond armor, full diamond. It's a little bit cheaper, and you look like an absolute boss. I'm sorry, you just look so cool. So that is that, yes. Now, what I wanted to show you also was, if you get moldings, which is made with the saw, the useless thing I showed you earlier, and I get feathers. All the things I can't find feathers. Where are they? I should probably make myself creative, be easier. Whee. Creative. Where are there they are. Okay, feathers. And I can spam in some moulding. Just, I like more moulding than that, please. Wonderful. And I go to an anvil. And I get the. Sorry, I keep forgetting these crafting recipes. Sorry, yes. And I go to a crafting table. And I get. I sort of make an upside down crucifix, as I like to think of it. You get broadheads. I still have those biker boots in my inventory. No, thank you. And those broadheads. It's raining again. And those broadheads can be used to make amazing arrows. And with those arrows, you put them there, you put the moulding there, and you put the feathers there, and it makes broad-headed arrows. You can just spam them in. Yeah, see, so that's basically powerful arrows, but you can only fire them from a composite bow, and the composite bow is something which I couldn't find the recipe for online. So you're just going to have to believe me that this is actually a thing, and I didn't just make this myself. Composite bow, there it is. Yes, there we go. You can only use it with this because this is the only bow strong enough to take the weight of the arrow. Let's shoot our gimp sheep over there. Die, gimp sheep! See, it's beastly. It's basically a one shot, I think, on most things. Certainly animals. And also the end of the arrow looks pretty cool. Whee! It's much more powerful as well. The composite bow, the range on it's twice as long as the regular one. So yes, this basically rounds up the new armor and weapons that's in the mod, all in this room. The armor and weapons are really cool. I think it's really good for survival. But what I shall show you next episode is absolutely amazing for creative.